events. Let us know who your favorites are. Go ahead and give us a tweet.
Who do you want to win?
Who do you want to win? You can also tweet us individually as well, and we'll be able to tell, hey, who do you think is going to take the victory? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I've been so bad at predicting all these things, I've kind of gave it up. I still like the TSM boys personally, but that really hurt my feelings. The producer in my ear saying I'm trash. That's okay.
Trash water, which is actually the preserve that comes from the bag.
Yeah.
That was my nickname in high school.
You know.
Your nickname was Trash Water?
What? Anyways.
Wow.
You know who I am predicting to win?
I'm just kidding.
That's such a random Trash
You
Water.
thought that was, it's real.
Hello, Trash Water. Come in like what?
Papa Trash.
Papa
Was-
now
was
it's
my
Papa
dad.
Trash. Okay.
Yeah, it was a whole family.
I learned so much
We were
about
garbage
you on
trash?
this stream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. I'm sorry. You smell good today.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's the cologne.
It was your bath day.
Yeah, it was my bath.
No. He sprayed himself down in his car wash. that
All
was
right.
actually
Looks
opening
like we're
up,
finally
okay?
jumping into game
Here we
one
go.
here. The match we've been waiting for. That
Oh,
man who
this
sits
is
2
so
inches
hot.
from a screen, NICKMERCS. You can only see the side of his face or the top of it. Our man versus Ninja. And, of course, King Richard's got the hat backwards. Is that – because it wasn't in the beginning.
No.
Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing
Well,
for
it is
the
a
match?
serious game, man.
I mean, he's ready to rumble because he knows this is the
He
matchup.
puts the hat in the back. He's
And-
like, you know what? We're taking it.
Ninja and King Richard.
Oh, we got a
are-
tilted four-man push?
Oh, yes, we have a
called
tilted
it. You called
four-man push. They are pushing it. This is something I definitely wanted to see.
They are salt and pepper.
Seeing Ninja play tilted on a solo is insane. Just watching him drop, get one gun, and just turn and kill like 3 people automatically. Seeing him go up against this I dominant team, you know, NICKMERCS and Cypher are very dominant. I'm so excited to watch
That's
this.
a great cop
And
for
he
Nick off the
automatically
rip.
Yeah,
Ninja
that's
finds
huge.
a scar. Literally just lands on
That's
a
that
scar.
streamer loot that you're talking
Why?
about. You know?
Why? How?
Well-
Please gift me.
And he gets a green
Your
pump
son
off
is-
of his body,
Yeah.
which is even better. I mean,
Yeah.
you look at Nick's spot, though. I mean, he's got the shotguns, the switch back and forth. Now he's got a BR. I mean, it's pretty good start for both teams here in terms of loot. Obviously, I want to see that C4 in action here if Ninja's actually going to make something happen with that. And, of course, Richard's just hiding until his squad mate gets to him.
All right, so I think we have, one kill for Ninja as we saw that earlier. Shots being fired there is Cypher. He's going to go ahead and dip out, and hopefully, he's going to go ahead and try and throw that little sticky grenade. Maybe bring down that tower just a little bit to try and get his opponents some kills, but not able to get so, and that's okay. But we're still watching Ninja tearing it up, getting that lucky break, and he's already got a great setup.
Yeah.
Not only does he have 2 kills, he has the purple scar. He has the green pump. He's got those little C4s as well.
He's
as
got him
his
charged, by
grenade
the way. All
launcher.
he's got to do is switch over. He's waiting to try to break that middle
What
area
a
open if they
cool
come
strat
underneath.
here.
So
Cypher just
a
built him
teepee.
in to
that's what I'm saying. He's
a
built
cone.
the
That's
he's built a
amazing.
little hut
All
there for
right.
him to stay
Yeah.
alive in.
I mean, that's I would never expect 2
I
players
would
to be
literally
underneath
always
it.
expect because
Oh,
I'm the guy that
well.
hides in those.
Oh, well then.
Come straight out with the kill, though.
Yeah, immediately with 30 health, he's still pushing. This is what we saw from him earlier that really blew my mind for sure. That he doesn't care how much health he has. Like he's gonna push.
And
this.
look at the minis here from Ninja and Richard. I mean, they literally just found 6 at the bottom.
Yeah.
Which I really love that underground spot. Occasionally
Yeah.
I'll bait weapons there, which is something really fun to do. Drop something nice like a little grenade launcher and then wait for somebody to jump in there.
Yeah.
Not if you're skilled.
Yeah.
You don't do that if you're skilled, but I do. So
Well, we're going to
Well,
see NICKMERCS. He's going to get some bandages. He's going to go ahead and heal up just a little bit, still trying to push these players with the little health he has. They combined have 2 kills. Looking at over there, Ninja is a one-man army with King Richard. He has 2 kills himself. He's got that C4 out, looking to blow down some walls, make an impact here. No players down below just yet. However, he is still looking and finds one, beams him.
Oh,
perfect
wow.
shots.
Yeah,
And gets
perfect
the
shot.
got
knock.
his teammate there to assist as well. Looking for the rest of the teammates of that guy here. Cypher, though, looking
they're
to see if
all
he can't
next
get a
to each
cleanup.
other.
Yeah, he is. And one thing that's scary, seeing that grenade launcher in the hands of Ninja is always
yeah.
scary going against him because he knows how to land those grenades. He is so phenomenal at getting those grenades to land exactly where he wants them every single time.
Every
That's
intricacy.
scary.
I mean, with the
That's
amount of
gotta be
play
scary.
time, sheer play time that this guy's got
Yeah.
into the game, I mean, you have to think the more time you put in, the more you're starting to realize, okay, if I hit this pixel basically with this grenade launch
Yeah.
shot when they're in a little 1-by-1, oh, no issue. So
Right.
I really love the porta-forts in this game, by the way. I
Same.
feel like there's so much fun, especially if you're kind of in one of those situations where you're just trying to more so, I would say, you're not looking to outbuild your opponent with it. You're
Yeah.
looking to kind of trick them with it. So it's interesting to see that they just pick them up and throw them immediately just to have them on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-2 is going to be the score there as we're seeing there. Ninja leading the way with his 2 kills, or excuse me, 4 kills total. King Richard dragging behind, but that's all right. We're going to see King Richard probably light up a little bit more as the tournament is going to progress. Still 2 kills for NICKMERCS and Cypher. Very close. Still in tilted. Still finding a lot of loot, finding some people as well. And I'm curious to see how they're going to leave. I'm sure they're going to stick together thick and thin throughout this entire match. They've already started that way, and they're going to continue to do so to kind of set the standard. And this is the first time, by the way, I think in the tournament in general, that we've seen players at least play against each other but stick together on the drop. Typically, we don't see that. They like to go their own way, eventually meet up, but hey, showing up at Tilted seems like to be a good strategy for Ninja.
And I feel like that's the whole reason that we were so excited about this matchup, is that all of these players are so confident and all of these players are so dominant that, I mean, it makes sense that all 4 of them are, they're all saying, like, we're better than them.
We're seeing one of the higher tier matches of the whole day.
Definitely, definitely.
They're not really, I mean, they're not scared of each other's gameplay dropping Tilted. They know that both squads are completely capable here of dominating, whether it's them there or them not. So if you all hit there together, at least you split those kills up. You don't give the potential for Nick, for his usual drop, to be getting 6 or 7 or 8 kills. You look at this, pretty split. 4-2 currently in game 1. It's really not that big of a deficit.
Yeah.
So interesting enough, they're actually going to hit up Loot Lake right afterwards. To still getting some mats down. At least you see Ninja on your screen doing so. Jetpack in the back of Cypher, which we'll see how that's going to play out. He's done phenomenally well with that. King Richard, he's got that green pump. Oh, he also has the heavy shotgun as well, which I'm not too much of a fan of the heavy shotguns.
Really?
I'm really not, to be honest. I'd rather have attack in my back pocket, of course, depending on the rarity of the I mean, like, I'll definitely take a gold over a green tack just because of the damage output. But for me, I definitely prefer the tack overall. I think it has a better output. And we'll see tacks at least being used, I think, by the pros, at least from what I've seen from gameplay overall, much more
faster.
It's faster. Also, the damage to the output on the tack is just a little bit better in terms of overall damage per second. So for me, the tack is definitely better than the heavy. But hey, nonetheless, he's going to rock it, and I think that's what he found, and that's okay. Yeah. So, but still, no engagements going down just yet. But how scary is it going to be whenever you see Ninja barreling straight towards you with King Richard ready to take you out?
Yeah,
that's going to be terrifying, as we've mentioned 1,000 times here throughout the tournament. I mean, if you look at the loot across the board, it's pretty similar, and then you have Ninja with a SCAR and a grenade launcher. So that should be super advantageous for them going into really the last half of this match. And, of course, he finds another blue getting that full 100 shield as well. I just, when you find a pot at 50, is it not the greatest feeling in the entire world?
So good.
It's like finding a pinata to me sometimes.
I got to say, it's also so bad to take that half pot and then find minis right after
that.
Oh,
yeah, that's like, yeah, that's like.
So one thing I really like is that NICKMERCS and Cypher decided to go towards Salty, whereas Ninja and King Richard decided to go up kind of towards the top of Dusty. And I feel like this play right here calls for a lot more engagements than just pushing straight to Dusty, because you have Salty right there. You have whoever won, ultimately in Salty is going to be somewhere around that area. And then you also have Retail Row so close, and I feel like that's why they're capitalizing on these kills right now.
You also look here, I mean, if you pay attention to their drops off the rip, I mean, one thing I don't even think people are taking into consideration right now is you need to be paying attention not only who's dropping when tilted with you, but where's the rest of the map going?
Sure.
Because if you're trying to fight and fiend for these kills, you need to make sure that you're rotating towards where those are going to be at, or at least guesstimating if the circle, happens to be on the other side of the map, where they'll be coming from. So it's pretty interesting to see that it looks like Mercs and Squad might have found more individuals for this gunfight so far than Ninja and them, but now they're kind of working together back in the middle.
It was all tied up, and now it looks like that Ninja and King Richard are actually going to take the lead from coming over here and cherry picking.
So these are the kills I was talking about, right? They're going to meet up, and all of a sudden Ninja saw, hey, there's good opportunity over here. I see Cypher and NICKMERCS getting kills. I want to be a part of that. He takes a pop rock, heads over there with King Richard, and I don't think he was able. No, he wasn't able to take a kill. I think King Richard was able to sneak one in, but that's just the kind of things, I mean, it may seem dirty, but hey, that's the way you got to play it, because honestly, if you don't start taking your opponent's kills, they're going to take all of them and could potentially win. Look how close it is, 5-6. We're seeing Ninja still leading the way, but Nick and Cypher still. They managed to make a little bit of a comeback. They were down, about at least 3 kills earlier, so now to bring it in between 1 kill to tie it up, hey, not too bad. They're all going to be in Dusty. A lot of engagements, a lot of random opportunities can happen here, whether you get snipes or get sniped yourself.
Yeah.
Especially with 28 other players alive. I mean, Divot's kind of a weird place in general. I feel like a lot of the times you see teams kind of get trapped in here on the way out, sandwich when they're trying to dip. But I mean, with the likes of, of these guys' play styles and game, I mean, they're going to be able to build their way out or escape at this point. Plus, there's still plenty of these rocks left on the map, which honestly, in terms of that versus Jetpack, I've kind of noticed that the speeds are almost similar when you're in a gunfight. So definitely advantageous to have the rock with you as well.
Ninja found some engagements, but here's the fun thing with this is that they're all 4 together, so it could be so easy for them to just steal each other's kills. I say that as none of the kills get stolen. No. However, that SCAR could come into play, whereas, NICKMERCS and Sypher could easily come in and take these scars that are dropping, and that could benefit them later.
Oh, absolutely. But Ninja had none of it. I mean, he just came in and got 3 knocks. Sypher managed to pick up the scraps, got 1 kill after that. Hey, if you're getting 3 and the other one's only getting 1, hey, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
They currently have a combined total of 10-6, so they're now up by 4 when they were only down by 1. So King Richard and Ninja looking really well. Ninja trying his best.
Great shot from Ninja with that hunting rifle.
Gets the hunting rifle shot. I'm telling you, that's the hunting rifle in the right hands is so nasty.
He's one of those players that's just so fun to watch with the hunting rifle because he does pick it up and he does put enough practice into it that he is actually really good with the hunting rifle. And myself being so frustrated using it all the time because I think it should hit a lot more often than it does. I get so frustrated. So to watch someone else just dominate with it, I mean, eats away at my soul.
There's so many people that don't practice with those precision weapons. And I think it's one of those things where a lot of times, like especially if you see players that they'll peek, right? They'll constantly peek. They'll think that you got a hunting rifle. They'll not count your pacing off. And if you're really good with it, boom, knock, puts you at a disadvantage. Because most people are just trying to win that fight with an AR. Look at this. Ninja, disgusting with the pop shot.
Ninja, what are you doing, man? What a shot. Good stuff from him.
He's his papa.
Huh?
He's his papa.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's 13-6, so they're up by 7.
He signs his report cards.
Up by 7
kills right now. So, I mean, that we say, you know, the 2, 3, 4, 5 kills aren't really that big of an advantage going into the second round, but 7 definitely is, especially when you're playing with such high caliber players that you know are going to land tilted with you.
Well,
you know that they're going to stay on par with you the entire time. So that could be a really big setback.
Speaking of which, I mean, just the oh my gosh, please.
I don't. It's been about. He's shooting like 80% right now.
Yeah.
One of these NBA teams playing definitely needs to pick him up for their squad.
I would and look at just of course look King Richard coming in. He's about to explode. This guy actually gets the knock. Or NICKMERCS actually got the knock.
Nice.
Well, and that's this. And you could tell. I think he actually said he was a little bit upset about that, right? So now he's coming in to try and explode this some more. Hopefully he'll be able to bring down this this buildup that his team has, or excuse the opponent has.
NICKMERCS stole that one too.
NICKMERCS stole it too, right? It's that
mine.
nitty grittiness that you have to have.
Now you're looking at a 14 to 8, you know what I'm saying? And now it's 6 kills. You still got 15 players remaining in the game. You narrow that deficit going to game 2. You're feeling good. Now Sypher's not,
down,
though.
Completely eliminated from this round.
And this is the first time we've seen actually – well, no, not this is the second time we saw them go down.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, hey, the thing is, the fact that they all 4 of them lasted this long, coming out of Tilted is phenomenal.
Yeah,
okay? I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, these guys went to Tilted, came out on top, and are still going, just showing the caliber of these 2 teams.
Yeah. And NICKMERCS and Sypher currently at 9 kills versus 15. I feel like NICKMERCS definitely could pull through a little bit and try to even up this deficit a little bit, so that way they're not so far down going into the next. Ninja's just nasty.
And you see, he's just kind of playing a distance right now, right, between Ninja and Richard. So he's just trying to isolate himself over there, and if he can turn over, he's trying to make sure he's not getting flanked from one side, but he's also putting shots, hopefully getting a cleanup, right, so he can narrow that
going
deficit.
For the cleanup. Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to play right now, which is very smart on his side.
Well, he gets 2 kills,
dreams.
But also King Richard picked up 2 kills there as well, so he answers back to tie it up once again. So, or at least tie up
9.
that. So, still a major lead. We see Ninja now. He's going for his trademark jump pad, which you know he loves his jump pads. Throws it down. Now he's just going to scout the area out. Pickings are slim at this point. Circle is collapsing in. He's got to start finding these players and getting pretty aggressive. King Richard's going to be following behind him. NICKMERCS, he's going to be trying to come up now on Ninja, but I think Ninja does have to drop. Yes, he does. He's got the hunting rifle out, goes for the shot, and doing things I never could do
Rolando
even in my
stand
dreams. Got 1 kill now, going for the second. There's the elimination finally coming in, and now he's going to start lasering with that Scar. No, pulls out the hunting rifle once again. Scar coming out, trying to get the kills. Now going, just the fact that he's doing it, but NICKMERCS picks up a kill.
And now you're starting to see, I mean, at this point, semifinals, all these players are warmed up, right? You're going to start seeing them pick up kills, start to hit these pop shots, get a little more confident with these precision weapons, snipers, hunting rifles. I mean, this guy's not missing right now. And then obviously he just picks the build up right there. Richard's got his back anyways. And now there's a chug jug on the ground, which is my favorite.
Is it?
Well, I love it.
You know, is he taking? No, he's taking a med.
I wish it was a 12-second drink though.
Yeah, I can see
that.
that.
You think they should?
15 hurts my feelings.
Really?
I always die in the last 2 seconds of a chug.
But it's so OP.
I feel like I'm like, hey, just let Stella drink this. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I think it's balanced fairly well though, because I mean, even though it's frustrating, it takes so long. I mean, think about it. You drink that in 12 seconds, which is what, only 2 seconds or 4 seconds more than a med kit.
Yeah.
I mean, or 3 at least, right? I mean, it could be way overpowered. So where it's at now is pretty balanced. But so Typical Gamer and Sora Thief, by the way, as a little update, are now out of this tournament. They have now lost. So they won last time. They've been playing consistently well. They placed top 6 in the first tournament. They won the last tournament, but now their tournament run has come to an end. I'm kind of curious. I forget who they were playing, who they lost against. They were playing against FaZe Banks and Tempo. Tempo added to FaZe Banks' team just last night. So, hey, that is obviously a good squad we're going to have to watch out for. But look at this. Ninja, NICKMERCS, both using a jump pad, both coming in hot on these final kills. And it's going to be Ninja finding the first one. And the second one. Got him. I like it. How much of a lead is that? That's
12 to...
I believe Sypher had 4 beforehand 23? And 8, so it's 12. Yeah. 23 to 12 is my guesstimate here for, for that first game. Yeah, 11 kill difference. I mean, we saw last week though. Obviously, Ninja was the guy that was making that valiant comeback. I don't think it's out of NICKMERCS and Sypher's range to be able to do the same thing here in game 2.
Well, it's all dependent on that tilted drop. They both go tilted. Right. There's so many variables that can happen there. I mean, in the beginning, honestly, we almost saw Sypher go down. I don't know if you guys remember, but Sypher landed. He didn't get any good weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, so really it was all up to Nick, who came through big.
Got a slingshot and some nickels. That's what it sounded
12
like.
You're right. 12 to 23.
But he was slanging, man. He was ready.
11 points. 11 kills.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's a huge deficit going into the second round. I honestly didn't expect it to be this big.
The thing is it was just off that tilted drop. Yeah. I keep referring back to it because
Purple Scar in Ninja's hands.
Purple Scar in Ninja's
First weapon he picks up off the
Green
drop.
pump second.
Right in that underground area on that semi. I mean,
grenade launcher.
Yeah. It's really hard to beat, especially we've been talking about the grenade launcher all day. It's just like once it's in your hands, build goes down, somebody's in the build, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I mean, it's true.
Say a prayer for the
a lot of these players get really confident and they build up so high, and then as soon as they hear that, you just shake your head because it's just like, what am I gonna do?
And I'm like,
I get so angry when I start hearing that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, start running away.
I mean, imagine when you start hearing that playing for $20,000.
For 12,000.
But then again, imagine hearing that sound when you're the one who you have it in your hands.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a beautiful sound. That's a sound of $20,000.
I mean, you got to see when you get a gold scar in that final matchup. I mean, I hope I see that tonight.
It's possible. I mean,
definitely possible.
But hey, guys, what are you thinking? Down 11 kills, going into second match. But still, then again, this is still winners, mind you, right? We said they go through losers. They can still take it. They could take a risk. But honestly, I see most definitely we're going tilted again.
100%.
100%. Everybody's going tilted again.
I mean, that had to be a strategy straight up from Ninja and them because they weren't landing there at all from any other match that we've seen this tournament. And they know NICKMERCS is all about that tilted drop. So they said, hey, we're going to switch it up. Drop happened to just outslay them right there at the beginning of that. Puts them in a perfect situation. Unfortunately, Sypher goes down with about 20 remaining. So put you down a teammate in those final battles. And then all of a sudden that deficit goes from 6-7 to 12, or 11.
Right.
So.
I think it's awesome the versatility of these players to not land tilted this entire time. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're going to land tilted and still be just as comfortable and just as confident going into it and still coming out victorious in that match.
So the thing is, right, I mean, when we watch these streams, these guys are constantly going tilted, at least in their streams, just to have a good time, right? So they're very familiar with tilted.
Absolutely.
And tilted in the beginning of the game obviously used to be one of the most biggest hot spots to go to, especially even a pub match as well. But let's see the break. We see a little bit something different. Looks like
Pleasant Park.
It looks like we're going for a Pleasant Park drop. Now do Ninja and King Richard.
Nice
do they
split
stick with
between both teams here.
Definitely. I feel like this could actually be very interesting. Letting NICKMERCS and Sypher kind of take over tilted is kind of risky business, especially since they're up so.
But if they go down early in the game, right?
Yeah.
We know
it looked like Nick and Sypher were actually kind of baiting another spot and then re-landed in tilted. That might have been like a diversion almost for them to not land directly there with them off the start.
Well, it's all about this break. I mean, they're down 11 kills. They've got to get something going. Already in a gunfight. Manages to take him out with that gray revolver.
The revolver, underrated as well. This is what I love about this game. You're talking about balance. Just in general for the guns that you do get in this game just off the rip. You pick up a revolver, you're not out of the gunfight. And he gets a purple scar, and it looks like the loot is going his way. Look at that smile off Sypher, by the way. Look at that.
I'd be happy
He's
too.
like, listen,
I
got a sniper.
First time we've seen this man smile all day.
Got a sniper. I've got a I've got the gray, or
no.
excuse me, the purple. Oh, wow. And we already have an engagement going down. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer than it was. I mean, that could have definitely been deadly. But NICKMERCS taking some massive damage. He's down to 35 health. He's going to go ahead and pop that mini, give him a little bit of a buff on his hills there. He does have some good loot, but manages to get the pick. He's going for the thirst. He's going to take him out, and he's going to get another mini to give him a little bit. Actually, he's going to be a full shield after this. So that's definitely good being that low in health.
And this is what we were talking about with them having a risky drop. I mean, going up here outside of Junk Junction, letting NICKMERCS and Sypher just clean up over here in Tilted, that's very scary.
Yep.
Because they could actually come out of here with 15 kills and put the pressure back on to Ninja and King Richard.
Yeah, and it seems like they knew off the rip at least that this was going to be one of those matches where as long as they get 8 to 9 kills, it's going to be very hard for Nick and Sypher.
No, he's down.
Back.
Oh, no.
And now he's relying on his teammate solely here. And Sypher is
he's thirsting him. Sypher.
To be seen. He's got to get the touch. He's got 2 seconds. Manages to get his hands on
him. If he gets pushed, they're both dead here.
Wow.
If he gets pushed,
you talk about
they're both out.
Cutting it down to the wire. He does have some band-aids to his left. I think he's going to be all right. Actually, the trap! NICKMERCS, the trap! No! He's got to be so upset about that. Sypher has to come in once again for the rescue.
Oh, no.
That is so harsh to think of. And look at him. You know he's feeling that. That hurts. Gosh, he's so upset. But, hey.
Both
at least it's only for 75 now.
Yeah, but if you have 30 health, man, that's 45 more than you could take. Hopefully he'll go for these Band-Aids like he should have the first time and be able to heal up at least a little bit here.
But both of them are at 30 health right now.
Oh, they got
both of them are so incredibly wounded.
The thing that you have to worry about with these builds, right, like at the beginning, is that you're playing a bunch of randos. So they're going to be dropping traps in places that you wouldn't necessarily think should even be there. You just walked into a side room not thinking anybody had it. You didn't hear it drop on the map. Next thing you know, you're in there. That could have been the potential game ender if Sypher would have been following too close behind him, which is another reason why pacing is such a big deal. Just stay a little bit spread apart, work together, and they made their way out of it just fine. That's calm.
And
right
more
there.
bandies. They definitely needed those. They definitely needed those. And I feel like that trap placement. See, it's little things like that that just really, really, really set these players apart.
It's that RNG that we talked about, that anything can happen. You're literally going into a public match. But, hey, they're capitalizing, and they're still coming back. Notice Ninja them only had 1 kill. So, on top, now they have 2 kills at least.
3.
But now, do they have 3 kills now? Now they have 3 kills.
Just
which,
as you said that.
So they're closing it down. I mean, but
Narrated
still.
about 8. They're down about 8 now total.
So, yeah, that's still a 3-kill lead at least this round total, and they have some more players. And if they keep it tilted, I mean, there's still going to be a lot more engagements to come as they pick up another kill. So with that being said, good recovery. They got more Band-Aids. Hopefully they can find some more meds, though, some shields at least.
Oh, and there's another kill. So now we're at 9. So we have a 6-kill advantage over in this round. So they're only down 5 as of right now.
Right, and even though it's just the beginning of the match, that conservatism here that you see from Ninja and Richard, that seems to kind of have backfired here, but you also have to understand they have such a big lead that even, a 7-kill advantage here or whatever that they've got off the beginning, you're not looking, or 6 kills rather. I mean, they're still down by 5.
What a shot.
Oh
what a savage. Plus the fall damage coming in, almost getting that knock on the player that fell down. He's got to be incredibly weak. Another one on the roof there. I mean, talk about a quick reaction snipe. He's gonna. Oh no, not another trap. He manages.
That's their trap.
Really.
Okay, what's that trap? I was about to say. I was just. My heart was about.
And another player knocked. See, this is great for them. They're absolutely taking advantage of this tilted drop. They're working well together, just ensuring that they're not. I literally cannot believe Nick did not die earlier.
Oh, same.
Especially after that trap incident, they didn't get snuck up on from another team. That's perfect Fortnite timing for you.
Well, NICKMERCS and Sypher, I mean, this is their element. They love going tilted. Every time I'm going into NICKMERCS stream, he's finding different ways to kind of maneuver through tilted, and it's really showing here. That was and what a
great shot out of
Ninja getting that hit, and hopefully he'll be able to pick this off and get this kill for himself. But I mean, you're talking about just top caliber players. And the thing is too, if all these players stay up, I mean, Ninja and King Richard, they still have the work cut out for them with the way that NICKMERCS and Sypher still playing. They maybe had an 11-kill lead coming in, but look at them now. They only have 3 total kills this game, whereas you look on the other side, they're at 11 kills. They're quickly closing that deficit. So even though they may have the lead, they still got to play at the top of the game.
They're only down 3 at the game's current state. I mean, there's still plenty of players left as well, and they just keep dropping. Sypher with another kill.
Yeah.
These are the pushes. You're starting to see a little more aggression out of the squad. And you've got Ninja and them nowhere to be found yet, so there's no competition for those cherry picks that we keep mentioning in the match. They're just really trying to keep that distance so they can secure a comeback, which I'd like to see a tie again in a game 3.
Oh, that would be amazing. A game 3 with these two would be fantastic. I would love to see that. I feel like I keep bringing up the fact that I think it was very, very risky for Ninja and King Richard not to land tilted, and I feel like they're really paying for that now.
Oh, they definitely are. Just seeing what's going down. Still a lot of engagements left in this match. 29 total, as you'll see there. You see 33, but of course -4 because you can't kill your own teammates. So that's still 29 left. A lot of potential to happen, and of course, it gets really chaotic as the game is going to continue down. Now we're going to see NICKMERCS and Sypher. It's going to slow down for them just a little bit. I say that. We may never know, but I assume it's going to go ahead and slow down as they're going to be pushing across this river just now, leaving tilted. They're coming out with some decent loot.
Yeah.
They're coming out with at least some meds. They have some Band-Aids. They have some minis, at least one mini in their back pocket. Of course, they're probably going to try and meet up with Ninja and King Richard later on, but they got
this is grind time.
This is grind.
For Nick
absolutely
and Sypher, and they cannot let any of their kills get stolen here as they're approaching this last part of the map.
I like that they're pushing away. As Ninja and King Richard are pushing in, NICKMERCS and Sypher are making sure to push away so that way they can't get cherry picked. Like, they're playing, I mean, that's one thing that's crazy is they're not only playing every other team, they're playing their own team. Like, so I feel like them, like, keeping all of this in mind while, I mean, they have 12 kills between them right now. That's crazy. They're such high caliber players on both sides of this.
And with the pressure of kills also on your back, the fact that you have to remember not to make, too aggressive of pushes. I mean, for example, a lot of times you'll find one rando dude in here with 3 other guys just camping. But look at Nick with a 3-piece. That's what I'm talking about, full squad.
Yeah.
I mean, 4-piece drops him down, gets a jump pad, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And there's still 25 players left for them. Completely possible for them to rally this comeback.
14-5 right now.
I just want to point out Ninja and King Richard's position right now. They just pushed through tilted, actually, or at least around tilted. This has already been cleared out from NICKMERCS and Sypher.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just getting like the dirty air from NICKMERCS and Sypher. There's going to be no players
and
there.
Nick drops another player. And this is what I'm talking about. That awareness, not only from where your position, but where your opponents are on your team. And, of course, where everyone's dropping initially. I mean, it all plays into the fact, and I feel like Nick has really just got a strategy for that this second game.
Oh, no, you can absolutely see it. Like I said, right now, Ninja and King Richard, they're going to come through, and I think they're actually trying to now steal these kills, which he just takes that
shot from Ninja there.
It's 15-6.
15-6.
15-6 right now. They're getting so close, and there's still 22 people left.
Oh, there's a lot
in this match. There's so many people left in this match for both squads to dominate, and this is getting intense, boys.
Oh, yeah, and a jump pad is going to come out for NICKMERCS. He's going to go ahead and scan the area knowing because Ninja and King Richard are now so incredibly close. He needs to start getting in there and getting these kills. Phenomenal drop. Knows there's a player there. Comes up behind him. Easy kill. Gets to knock. Going for the third.
And they know there's got to be a teammate somewhere nearby because that's a very random position for the guy to just be in. Spots a jetpack. Still has an open inventory slot. Decides not to take anything over there. They're really need to get these kills. He's got his teammate right next to him. Sypher with the help. Knocks another. 2 more probably coming from the divot area, I would assume.
Yeah, that seemed to be where this teammate just pushed from here. And the cool thing about this is NICKMERCS and Sypher have complete control over this area because Ninja and King Richard haven't actually pushed up to this yet. So all these kills are free. They don't have to worry about the cherry picking that we've been talking about over and over again. It's all them. They get to keep pushing this.
18-6. I believe it's 19-6. I believe they might be in the lead now in terms of this gunfight, but they keep garnering kills. See, this is very important. Now Ninja and King Richard are on the fringes.
19-9.
So with 10, Nick's still down.
Well, King Richard just picked up 2 more kills for himself, so that makes it a little bit more of a narrow margin. If we can go ahead and get a scoreboard up, of course, taking some shots. Ninja almost going down there at 24 health. He's going to go ahead and dip out now. Notice he doesn't have any Band-Aids. He doesn't have anything, but still, being Ninja, he's going to go ahead and keep pursuing that kill. Of course, King Richard backing him up tremendously well. We're going to see him. He's going to be pursuing forward for that team over there. Gets the rocket out. That's 2 more knocks for Nick. RPG coming out for King Richard as he continues to push. No one's going to be home, though, just yet. That player managed to dip out. He's got to keep pushing
of right now,
forward.
It's tied.
Got some more loot. Yeah, this is game time at this point. There's only 8 more engagements, and they're neck and neck.
Oh, this is crazy. It's insane that we keep talking about how great this matchup is, and then they pull off stuff like this. They're tied. They were down 11 kills.
Right there, that snap from Nick just helps solidify another kill for them because I do believe that we're so close to being tied here in this game.
22.
I mean,
22
you got to get your heels in so you can have these final pushes. There's 7 players left. every kill matters at this point in the match.
Oh
Every single kill. This is so close. This could be a tie. This could be a round 3. This could send someone to the losers bracket. Like, this is so intense right here in these final moments.
Well, we knew this was going to be close. I didn't realize it was going to be this close, especially with Nick coming in with Sypher down 11 kills. They've managed, though, to come back with that risky tilted drop, and they now are paying off tremendously well. Ninja and King Richard dropped, in a very safe spot. Just comes to show you. Do you want to stick together? Do you not? Do you want to try and go for that safe push? Do you not? With that lead, we're showing now 34 to 34.
Tied up here in winners semifinals.
Wow. And this is one of the highest scoring games we've seen thus far in this tournament. All tied up. I mean, every kill at this point is just so monumental. You can't even count.
And you got to think, you've got the gold scar in the hands of Nick. You've got the purple and Sypher. And, of course, you only have 1 scar, but they do have a FAMAS over there for Ninja. So, honestly, in terms of loot, it's pretty even. It's just going to be who's going to be getting these shots off here at the end. And it seems like you've got 2 pretty passive teams that they're going to be trying to look for. Could be a bunch of stragglers, have no idea what's left. But, of course, they're going the tilted route to see if they're hiding in here. I feel like Shifted is probably going to – or Shifty's going to probably be the better area to push here, and I think Nick and co are doing so. And they do spot another player.
They definitely do spot another player. Lasering him down is going to be Sypher trying to get that kill. Managed to take a lot of his shield off. He's going to go ahead and get shot at as well. He's got to be careful. Going down here could be a huge issue.
He manages to maintain his posture the entire time, though. He doesn't care. He's still pushing.
You have to stay focused.
Yeah, he's so incredibly focused. Both of these teams are so good at that.
This is such a big push.
And he's got plenty of mats. So, I mean, here at the end, I mean, it's just all up to him trying to really focus upon this guy to get this kill. He does fly away, though. That should be a good cleanup for Nick if he can't spot that player wherever he drops.
Oh, he actually does spot him straight ahead, and I don't think that player knows that Nick is going to be there. He's getting sandwiched currently. He's going to go ahead and build up and try and take him. But notice on the other screen, too, Ninja is going to be in a fight as well. Spots 2 players. This could be a huge 2-piece if he manages to clean them all up. But he's
Nick does go down. It's going to be up to Sypher to try to kill him.
Oh, my gosh. Nick goes down, but Ninja also took a lot of damage, and he's about to push 2 players by himself.
Sypher did manage to take him down as well, though, so they do, in fact,
do they tie it up?
have the lead when that guy does actually go down at this point in the game.
So Nick and Sypher are actually take the lead at this point. Ninja and King Richard are going to be in a mighty battle. King Richard in a battle of his own. We got Ninja in a battle of his own. They're both separated in 2 different battles going on. This could pay off for them, or it could be the reason why they are going to move down to the loser
Sypher
bracket.
Can get there in time to cherry pick these kills from who Ninja and King Richard have been working on.
That's a knock.
This is going to be monumental. So that's a knock for them. Does manage to set that trap there as well.
There's one more there.
One more with the shot.
And he gets it. What a shot.
Only 4 players remaining.
This is absolutely monumental. Now, I told you, though, King Richard and Ninja split up. King Richard in his own battle. King Richard gets this. I think that's going to secure the win, and he gets the knock and the thirst, and that's going to be yet another kill. And you saw down on your bottom screen Sypher shaking his head. I think he knows at this point Ninja and King Richard have secured it potentially, especially now with another knock coming
that's
in.
Definitely going to do it.
And that's Ninja and King Richard. They're going to take over the victory, and what a close one. And look, you couldn't call it either which way. NICKMERCS and Sypher started this 11 kills down. Ninja and King Richard looked like they had it in the bag. All of a sudden, NICKMERCS, King Richard, or NICKMERCS and Sypher come back. They came back, take over the lead, and then now Ninja and King Richard in the end are going to take it. That was just an unfortunate
break. I mean, you look at Nick and Sypher. They had one guy. One guy managed to take Nick out in that scenario. Ninja and King Richard ended up making the right push by going to tilted. The rest of those teams migrated towards them, knocked down 2, set the trap, get both of those guys, and that just solidified. They needed 3 or 4 kills, and that was it. There's no more competition for them. So that was a really good game. Probably one of the best games we've seen today.
Oh, absolutely.
And like I said, every single game that we see, we just keep setting the bar higher and higher and higher and higher. The one thing I'm excited about is we could potentially see this matchup again later.
Oh, 100%. They're going down. So we're going to see NICKMERCS and Sypher. They're going to move on to move down to the loser bracket. And that's still a stacked loser bracket to be going against. And they're going to be awaiting their competition. We're still currently playing it out. And, of course, we'll get an update on that for you relatively soon. I'll be taking a look at it. But, I mean, come on. You got to think about this, what just happened here. I mean, going tilted was incredibly risky for both of them. In that first round, they managed to do it. They came through on top, or excuse me, it was relatively close, but still. With that being said, second drop, they kind of bait out Ninja. You know, they think, okay, we're going to go to the left, maybe make them look like we're not going tilted. They end up going tilted themselves. Ran into a ton of things, 35-40. I mean, you saw Ninja just absolutely, King Richard just go off towards the end there, picking up those kills. When it came down to the time where the pressure was on, they came through, they found the kills, they went big.
That's what I love about this game. I mean,